99X and REM, finest work song. That is another request as we dig through all of these that come in on the text line. That's for Baxter at Sweet Potato Cafe in Stone Mountain. Thank you, Stone Mountain, for listening to 99X. You can text a request right now. We're standing by to do it. Put it in the line, 470-741-9999.
Who knew when we came back, Barnes, that all of a sudden 99X would have its own beer?
Never would have thought it.
Not only that, but that it's so successful. We've partnered with another Atlanta original, Mutation Brewing, of course, in Sandy Springs, our own beer, and it is award-winning. Now, if you haven't heard about it, it's a locally custom-crafted hybrid of a traditional European Pilsner and a West Coast IPA. Doesn't that sound like 99X? Voted one of the best top 100 beers in the U.S. from the Beer Connoisseur. Yeah, there's such a thing. Anyway, if you have not tried it, head out to Mutation Brewing, Roswell Road, north of 285, and get the 99X beer, 99 Experiment.
What's funny is you say that and you kind of gloss past award-winning, but like for real, that's a big publication.
And we didn't even realize that it was being tested. And all of a sudden we found out. So I guess Mutation must have sent it in or whatever.
I don't know.
But yeah, I know. Where's our, do we have a trophy or something?
I don't know. Is it like a big beer can? And you've got to see the artwork. People are popping in there and buying them at Mutation like crazy. If you walk in, just straight in, there's a whole big display of them in a refrigerated case. You got to grab some. All right. The Green Day double play. By the way, we haven't done it yet today.
Can happen at any time.
Mm-hmm. It will happen. And I wonder how soon that will be. Just pay attention because it could also happen more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Question for you. When you're on your phone, because heaven knows you're on your phone nonstop.
Well, so are you.
Ish. I mean, not talking on it. I think you...
Not as much as me.
You talk on it, I think, a lot. Do you hold it up to your ear?
Yes.
So you don't speaker...
I'm not the speakerphone person.
You're not the
like
earbuds?
That. No earbuds. Don't like the... I really want to hear the conversation.
Okay, with what I'm about to play for you, I'm not trying to scare you. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you, but this guy that I see on social all the time named Dr. Pompa. Have you heard of him?
How do you spell that?
P-O-M-P-A.
No.
Dr. Pompa.
I don't know about the doctor.
Over 1 million followers, okay? So this guy's, people follow this guy. This is not like...
He's legit. He's a real doctor.
And he puts a lot of interesting things up about, everyday stuff, like dangers of tea bags. I mean, I'm not kidding.
This is the thing, because 1 minute something is bad for you, and then 6 months later, it's okay.
The biggest danger in your kitchen. Warnings about certain perfumes. Like, people are taking in this content like crazy. So it's almost, some people I would say, put it in the doomsday. Are you going to be afraid of everything?
Can't do it.
File?
Not a doomsdayer.
So listen to what he says about cell phones. And the guy is when I watched it, I was like, oh man, what am I going to do? Like, what should I do about this? Here, it's just a minute long, not even a minute. Okay. And he's got one of these things that measures radiation. And he's got his cell phone.
I knew you were going there.
Well, I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just giving it to you.
Never, ever, ever put a cell phone on your ear. Tell your kids so they don't ever do it again. The amount of radiation is absolutely damaging. This is a live call coming in from my son, so we're actually connecting signal. Look at the difference. This right here is measuring, so we're at 0.2, 0.6. It jumped up because it's actually picking up signal. Now watch it when it comes closer. 28, 33, 29, 39, as opposed to the distance you would be on speakerphone, 0.1, 0.4. It'll even go down below that. That's why you put it on speakerphone. Do you see the difference? I mean, what was that? 30 times the amount of radiation going into my head. This distance to this distance. Distance is your friend. That's why I always use speakerphone. Make sure your kids see this because they're the biggest offenders. And don't put it back in your pocket. If you put it on your body, always have it on airplane mode.
30 times the radiation.
So, do we know anyone that's died from using their phone?
See, I don't know. Do you know people who have gotten a brain tumor and we know that it was from the phone?
I don't know about that.
I mean, he makes interesting facts because he's got the little machine. You could see it going from the phone to when he pulls it away.
I've actually heard of this before, but I want to say, Do you want somebody to hear my conversation with you on a speakerphone?
See, but that's my question to you is, then what do? He says you can't put it to your head, and you also don't put it in your pocket.
So what are people supposed to do if they're having some big, work meeting?
He's saying you're supposed to put it in airplane mode.
Right.
Before you put it in your pocket. Well, then how's it going to ring? If it's I get what he's doing, and I applaud the fact that he wants to make us safe. He's probably the same guy who'll tell me to quit drinking Diet Coke.
I will say that Zoom has helped a lot. Now we're just killing our eyesight.
Because you're too close to the screen?
Because we're on the screen and not on our phone.
You need to get do you have the glasses with the blue?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
I do, Barnes.
You do
yes.
blue? I don't know. I just don't know what to think about that. It kind of scared me a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what. The rest of the time you and I converse, I'll just put you on a speakerphone and I'll let the whole room hear.
No, because don't you hate that guy when you go to whatever restaurant and there's
Yes.
someone that's on their speaker, but now we know they're just being smart.
They're being smart, but it's kind of rude, too.
And we're the dumb ones. I don't know. I just thought...
Thanks, doctor.
Look the dude up. I'm serious.
Papa.
He's at...
What's his name?
Pampa.
Pampa.
He's at Dr. Pampa.
Thank you, doctor.
On Instagram. He's probably on other services also, but... Miles and miles. Here are the headlines. Stay away from this ingredient. Plastic exposure. Like
I'm sure there's
every
something
day.
in there about coffee.
And I don't follow this guy because I think he would make me paranoid.
Oh, well, how'd you find out about him? He
I
just
stumbled
popped
across
up?
that
Okay.
video, and then I went investigating a little deep dive into his page, and it's nothing but warnings. But if there's a million people follow him, I think those people are probably depressed every day.
Well, I'm just going to say this. There's so many warnings about everything.
I know.
I'm just not going to leave the house anymore.
That's exactly what I'm saying, why I don't want to follow it. So, careful with that phone.
Stay in your cave.
Easy
your
there,
man cave.
Dr. Pampa. There's even a watermelon alert here.
Stop it.
Stay away. All right, the Green Day double play. I feel it coming on. Right now, Semisonic. This is 99X.